The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah!
Go Cowboys!
This is The Route Tree, broadcasting live on DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys app. Now, your host, Drew Pearson.
Welcome to another exciting episode of The Route Tree. I'm your host, the original number 88, former Dallas Cowboy and NFL Hall of Famer, Drew Pearson. Today, we've got a special guest who knows all about making changing plays in game situations. None other than former Dallas Cowboy, All-Pro, Pro Bowl cornerback, NFL interception leader, Everson Walls is with us. From his standout years with the Cowboys to this unforgettable role in some of the league's biggest moments, Everson brings a wealth of stories, insights, and football wisdom. Let's get ready to dive into what Everson Walls is all about. We're going to talk about Hamilton Park. We're going to talk about Berkner because he's a local guy. He's from Dallas and grew up right down the street from the Cowboy practice field. How about that? And ended up as a Dallas Cowboy.
One of your
but had to take the long route to get there through free agency like your brother right here, right?
That's right.
And welcome to the show, Everson Walls. Thanks for taking the time to be with us.
There's no problem. I should be interviewing you for real, man.
Amen.
I mean, I'm not just to blow smoke, but, you know, people, I tell people all this time, they look at me and they always say, hey, there goes, I think that's Drew Pearson.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nah, man, I'm Everson Walls. I get the comparison because of our stories.
Right.
And I asked you, I said, has anyone ever called you Everson Walls? You said, no. Like, why? What? Why?
No, and we both got different names.
Yes.
We don't see our name everywhere.
But
right?
It's like, man, why is it that they call me you, but you never get mistaken in that same manner?
Only thing I could think of, Everson, the hands. All right?
Yeah.
You had
right.
good hands, you know?
That's it, bro.
You had the second best hands on the team.
The Tony Hill was that big to differ.
Don't tell Tony I said that.
I won't, man.
Yeah.
I won't.
But anything you touch, you caught. You know,
we go way back, man. We go way
led the league in interceptions. And I was looking at the Hall of Fame list for defensive backs. And, man, I can't believe, you know, the number of interceptions you had, 57 for your career. And there's guys going in with 30, 34. Rondé Bomber, I know he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I give him all love. I give him all love.
If he's one, then you should be one too.
I give him all love, Drew.
Yeah.
I remember my only time, I think the biggest disappointment was my only time that I was up for modern day was my last year of eligibility.
Right.
So that just means I didn't get the support, you know, from the different organizations that I played for. And that's just something that I've come to grips with. But, you know, when you're talking about that one time, one time I was up for the Hall of Fame.
You were the finalist.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden.
You went all the way up there and everything.
I went up there.
You were waiting on the knock.
That's right.
You got the knock.
No, I got the call.
But it wasn't the right.
When the ring you don't want. The knock you want.
Yeah, you had your family and everything.
Oh, yeah. Man. We had tequila and everything in the room.
Wow.
Man. We was ready to party.
So what did you do after you, with that kind of disappointment? It had to hurt you, bro.
It did hurt. You know me, man. You know,
you roll.
We've been through it. We've been through it. It's okay. Yeah. And I remember they gave us the instruction. They closed the door to our hotel room. And before I could even go check my phone, the phone rang.
Oh, man.
And I'm like, hey, who is this? They goes, hey, we just want to let you know, man, you didn't make it, but we want to see you downstairs.
Whoa.
And downstairs for what? Well, you have to go to the honors event, which is televised.
Right.
And you have to sit there with your family and as they go through the whole program. And introduce the guys that did make it.
Wow.
And so you think I'm going to hurry my butt down there
for that?
I took my time. We drank about 3-4 shots. And we all commiserated. My sisters, my wife, everybody was in the room. Yeah. We all commiserated. My baby brother was in there. But you know what? Yeah. The experience was fun.
Yeah.
And I tell people all the time as we talk about the disappointment, I have been honored by people like yourself, guys that are already in, coaches that I helped win. I helped Belichick and Parcells to their Super Bowl, one of their Super Bowl wins. Those guys believe in me. You guys believe in me.
Absolutely.
You guys trust me and all of that. So to me, if I don't make it, and this is real, if I don't make it, I'm fine with that knowledge.
Yeah.
And this ain't no.
Right on.
I'm fine with that knowledge.
Right on.
I'm ready to deal with that however it comes.
You know why you fine? Because you got the respect of your teammates.
And that's all I ever wanted.
And I felt the same way. Yeah. Maybe if it comes, it comes. But I know my teammates respect me because the way you play the game.
And your peers around the league.
That's right.
No doubt about it.
So anyway, that was tough in situation. I never got that kind of close, okay? Yeah. Where I, had to cry. Well, I did cry. Well, I didn't go to that centennial class.
Well, that was your advice to me was, hey, man, if you want to get in, maybe you should start crying. You told me that. You told me that. You forgot.
Give it up. Give it up. Because they might think.
Think again.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But anyway, I was looking at the list of Hall of Famers. You got 57 total interceptions in your career. Mm-hmm. The top interception leader, did you know who that is?
Bradley?
Paul Krause.
I get them mixed up all the time.
81.
You
know what? Most of his interceptions are overthrows.
Yes.
He plays so deep. When we did the Hail Mary thing, the one guy we had to get out of the way, not Nate Wright, not Bobby Bryant, was Paul Krause because he's going to hang back there.
He was late.
And he was late.
He was late.
He was late. But anyway, he's all time. But I'm looking at the guys that are in that you have more interceptions than, guys like Aeneas Williams, Eric Allen, who just went in.
That hurt me.
Williams got 55.
That hurt me.
And even Lem Barney.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
The best Lem Barney, number 20.
Mel Blount.
Oh, yes, Mel Blount.
Yeah.
Willie Brown,
these are my
Darryl
guys.
Green,
the late great Willie
and all
Brown.
those. I'm reading Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dion, Ty Law.
Yeah. Me and Ty Law, we talked a lot. That's Dorsett's like.
I'm gonna run out of breath naming all these. Champ Bailey. Jack Butler, he must be old school. Yeah, Bobby Dillon, old school. Mm-hmm. Man, and Mel Renfro. You got Martin Fro. Larry Wilson, I played against him. Oh, man.
I think the distinction of that list is guys getting interceptions as cornerbacks versus as safety.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And I think I got the majority of mine, 90% of my picks, just playing cornerback.
Yeah.
Playing safety, as you talk about, is overthrows. Right, and I respect all safety, especially somebody like a Jake Reed. Yeah. The way this guy was played, he's totally different from a Krause or those guys. The way he played with the Baltimore Ravens. Right. Belichick gives him all the credit in the world about how he can cover so much ground, but he doesn't cheat at it. Mm-hmm. He doesn't line up deep. This guy's lined up at 10, 12 yards, and he can make plays like a true safety.
Right.
And so those are the kind of guys that play safety well. We talk about cornerback position, Mel Renfro, myself, Champ Bailey, Eric Allen, those guys. That's a prideful thing because we're going up against guys like yourself.
Yeah.
It's me and you.
Yeah.
There's no, you can't you can't cheat and look at the quarterback as you play.
Yeah.
I got to react off of you.
Yeah.
That's the kind of pride that you take. Like you take pride in beating us, we take that pride in getting that pick.
Man.
And it just having that ability to do that and to go one-on-one and be taught by guys like yourself and then take that into the game as an undrafted free agent. Oh, man, I took so much pride in that. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, and then most of the time you played after the Mel Blount rule. Okay?
I did.
The one bump.
Yeah.
So,
we and you took advantage of that, didn't you?
One bump and you gone. I love that.
Yes, you did.
Because before that, you couldn't get off the line on Mel Blount.
And so now you have to be able to read routes.
Yeah.
I coach some kids every once in a while in these little camps that they have in the summer. Mm-hmm. And I try to let them know, you can beat up a guy at the point of attack all you want, but you have to read his route and understand what he's trying to do. And that allowed me to jump routes because one thing that I was, and this is once again no smoke, I was a Cowboy fan. So knowing your undrafted status, knowing your lack of speed status, knowing your caginess status, that is how I was in high school.
Oh wow!
I was a wide receiver in high school.
Wow!
So I never wanted to play defensive back.
I
was horrible.
Yeah.
I was horrible. I remember playing against Lake Highlands Junior High. I was at Forest Meadows, and I was a DB, and I was at free safety, and some dude ran by me on a post route. I'm playing defensive back and safety. There's no way I'm supposed to give up a post route. And I started thinking, man, I really suck at football. I started playing basketball after that.
Oh, really?
Next thing you know, get in trouble in basketball. Have no sports at all to play my junior year, and I go to my high school coach, the late Coach Allen Holiday.
Yeah.
And he passed on, and I spoke at his funeral and told the story of how he gave me the chance to get some structure back in my life because I was buck wild at that time, very antagonistic about everything that was going on in Texas and just around the world. So I think I was one of those guys that always wanted to protest.
Yeah.
And once I got that part of it down, it allowed me to be a type of a leader. On the teams that I played for. I was a voice for those guys that didn't have a voice.
Well, you went from Hamilton Park to Berkner.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the coach you were talking about at
that's
Berkner, right?
Coach Holiday.
Yeah.
He was the guy. He allowed me to play spring ball.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, I'm starting at free safety for Berkner High School my senior year.
Senior year?
That's right.
Wow.
And I didn't play any sports at all.
So this is maybe after that, you had a good senior year? How'd that go?
I did. I ended up leading the district in interceptions with 8.
Wow.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
That's what I do. As a safety, it's easy.
Yeah.
But as a
senior.
cornerback, as a senior, but as a cornerback, to be able to cover routes, that was something that I didn't learn until I got to Grambling.
I got you.
And going up against Doug Williams,
gosh, yeah.
He was going for the Heisman Trophy.
Yeah.
Coach Robinson was touting him, not just for Grambling. Coach Robinson was touting Doug Williams for all black college quarterbacks that were out there.
Oh, yeah. He carrying the torch, the label, and everything.
He was carrying all of that for all of us.
Because there wasn't any, maybe but him.
Yeah.
Jimmy Ray up in Michigan State.
That's right.
Maybe that might be it.
But he was the only and first black college quarterback to be up for the Heisman.
Wow.
And I played with him. And being able to be under his tutelage in regards to making plays and seeing what a real football looks like in it, coming from a stud like him, it was a totally different look. When Doug Williams left practice, it was easy. His standard was so high that when his backups came in, then that's when freshmen like ourselves who were punching bags for Doug, we're tearing up the backups. And so then we start to realize, and I know for myself I started to realize, based on my teammates who gave me so much love at Grambling, I started to realize, hey, I am pretty good. Yeah. Because at first I didn't have that confidence. When you're at the HBCU, you got these big old brothers, fast dudes. Yeah. And I'm like, whoa, what is everything up. Was just, I had to, but I had teammates that told me, they believed in me more than myself. Like, wow, you better than this.
Right.
And I was, so when you're in college, you get to sleep on it at night. Every night, right? I know you did when you were Tulsa.
Absolutely.
You slept every night like, man, what mistakes did I make? How can I not make that mistake again? Because I'm tired of getting embarrassed, and I want to start. Yeah. I want to play. Yep. And so that was my mindset. So
that was your motivation.
That was my motivation. And having to go against someone of that caliber, and we talk about it on our podcast here, iron sharpens iron. And that's biblical. Yeah. Iron sharpens iron. And that's what happened with me.
Amen.
Yeah.
So that Doug Williams was that influence as a player to player. That's right. But what about coach to player? You played with a pretty famous coach, okay? You had to have some influence on your career.
Coaches, but yes.
Coach Eddie Robinson.
It started with Coach Rob.
Yeah.
I think the impression that was made upon him in my regard was this guy comes from a strong family, right? Which is what he was kind of accustomed to. Strong mothers. My mom drove me down there. We were in a Corvette. My mom.
Corvette?
You know how my mom. You remember my mom.
Give me something for that, man.
She was so pretty. My mom was so pretty, and when she stepped into
beautiful.
She stepped on that campus. Yeah. Coach Rob understood that she was for real. you know, she's pretty, but no, she's smart.
Yeah, she's
and
serious.
She's fighting for her son.
Right on.
Because I had been going through a lot of stuff when her and dad got divorced, and I overcame a lot to get to that point.
Right.
And she was not going to let me stop there. And so her, along with Sherelle, my wife, girlfriend at the time, I followed her to Grambling.
Wow.
I followed her to Grambling. Sherelle was going first. She was going first. You know, and I'm like, wait a minute, I got to do something because I don't want to go to East Texas State. And I know Harvey put his stamp on that. I know Harvey Martin put his stamp on that with the national championship. Didn't want to go there because it's just an extension of Bergner. I needed to be at a place like Grambling. And being there, that culture, the standard that was set for me, that's exactly what I needed. And it really, other than parents and how they raise you, that's something that brought me to where I am today. Yeah,
well, they brought you a long way, brother.
Sure did, bro.
That's what I'm saying. But it's always that foundation, that base, you know, that makes the difference. And that is like for me coming through high school football. My high school football coaches did it the right way.
There you go.
They set the necessary guidelines for discipline and what you need to do to be an athlete or be successful as an athlete, you know, no matter what.
And here's the thing about athletes that are taught like that. And people ask me who's my favorite, my best coach. Eddie Rod was the man.
Right on.
But my father was my best coach.
Amen.
Period. He was the one that showed me. He went to Prairie View A&M for a year. He actually was the first person to go to college in his family.
Wow.
And so he set that standard for us. And one thing he always taught me, I talk about it all the time when I coach or even on podcasts, you got to be where you're supposed to be, son.
Wow.
You can't be something. You got to be where you're supposed to be because that builds trust between you and your teammates, and the coach sees that you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So that discipline you had was the same discipline that I had, meaning if you say cover 2, cover 3, I got to be where I'm supposed to be. And they'll say, okay, I can depend on that dude. And I have to do the drills correctly. I tell you this is the drill we're going to do. We're going to break here, break it. Then you got to do that. And I was able to follow those instructions. So it takes a little bit of an intellect to show people that you can play football. Even though it's a sport of being brutes, it's also a sport of intellects because you got to know if you outsmart your opponent, then you're still winning the ball game.
And a lot of that intellect is a preparation and getting ready to play. But it's the same thing. My dad was very much a disciplinarian. We had no pass, no play in our house way before it came a thing. Okay, it had to be passed through Congress.
That's right.
And all that, way before. But we had the same similar story, man. The same similar story. It's amazing how it looks that way, between us. But coming into the league, you didn't get drafted. What was that like? I mean, I know how hurt I was. And I had 17 rounds of the draft. I got exactly 452 players. I know exactly how many. What did you feel like that?
I think
first of all, did you work out with anybody was telling you that, you got it?
No,
nothing like that. No one gave you encouragement.
No, that 4.6 and that 4.7 40, no. Because they come to Grambling looking for speed. And so they're thinking, well, this guy got 11 interceptions. He led the nation.
Absolutely.
He's keeping up with these fast receivers throughout all the HBCUs. He must be fast.
Right.
And boy, when they looked at that clock, they were like, wait. They're like, no way, So it didn't bode well for me, but I was still thinking that 11 interceptions, no matter what level you're playing on, that means the guy must know some football.
Absolutely.
11 interceptions at cornerback. Not one play at safety. I was not playing safety at that time. So I knew I was ready, and so all it did was just steadied me for what was to come.
11 interceptions.
Yes.
Senior year?
Yes.
And still didn't get drafted?
No.
Who were some of do you remember defensive backs that got drafted?
Ronnie Lott.
Ronnie Lott, the same year?
The late, great Kenny Easley just passed
away.
That's
God
right.
rest.
Kenny Easley, man, those are the men.
That's the same one?
Yeah.
Same year? 81.
That was
81?
1981.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Those two guys, they were the standard.
Yeah.
Of course, Lawrence Taylor was the guy.
The man, yeah.
The man at linebacker. But
Right.
Ronnie Lott and Lawrence Taylor, Kenny Easley. And once again, when I talk about my disappointments and comparing me to others, that does not mean I'm putting down somebody like a Hall of Fame Ronnie Lott.
Right.
And also Hall of Fame Kenny Easley, who went through so much before he passed, and the dedication. He dedicated his whole body to the game. Man, those guys are studs. So my point is not to put them down. I'm trying to elevate myself to that level.
Absolutely.
Because I did play on that level.
All you're saying is if they're Hall of Famers,
then
maybe I should be one too. That's what I kept saying. I see Steve Largent. He comes to Tulsa as a freshman. I'm a senior.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Wow. And freshman couldn't play, but he beat my roommate who was a defensive back.
Yeah.
My roommate said, that boy got some stuff.
Yeah, he did.
But, I'm seeing him go in. I see other receivers go in, and I'm saying I don't want to criticize that. You never want to criticize the process because, Everson, the best part of being in the Hall of Fame is the Hall of Fame luncheon.
Wow.
It's just Hall of Fame guys in there. Ain't no media, ain't no, it's just the players.
Yeah.
And we talk about it. It's like, But anyway,
and they give you love for welcoming.
Yeah.
They welcomed you.
Oh, my God.
They welcomed you.
And they let you know that things are going to be different now. That you can be in all these other Hall of Fames, but now the Pro Football Hall of Fame is different. Your time's going to come. Just be patient. And, I'm looking at the list of Hall of Fame. First of all, I think there's only 22 free agents.
Really?
Wow. Because when I went in, I was number 353, 353rd player. So I had 22 free agents.
Wow.
And 2 are from the Cowboys.
Okay.
Me and Cliff Harris. So we need to get number 3 up there, right?
That's right.
Right. But I look at these guys, there's, like you mentioned, Ronnie Lott. He had 63 interceptions.
That's right. I
didn't know.
Ronnie's the man, bro.
Yeah,
Ronnie's
I played against him when he was a rookie, and I tried to take him out on the first.
It's hard to take that man out.
Boy,
it's hard to take him out.
I was in for a long afternoon, and him and Darryl Green. I tried to jack Darryl Green.
That's right.
Darryl Green played 20 years at cornerback.
And he played it well.
Right. Yeah. And let's see, he's not even on this list of interceptions. Let's see.
Well, Darryl had, he was not known for
he had 54.
But it took him like 17 years to get it.
Yeah.
So,
20.
20.
He played 20.
20 years to get.
I just saw him. I said, Darryl, you played 20 years. Man.
Well, he was known for having at least one interception every year he played. It was a long streak of one interception. I'm like, okay, one interception a year?
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty.
That's not.
Pretty low bar.
Yeah, I hear it. One a year.
Yeah, one a year.
Yeah, I could slip up and make that. Everson, we're going to take a break, but I want to talk about some of the best receivers you played against and some of the receivers that gave you the toughest time, some of the receivers that you knew going in, you're going to be up against somebody that, even if he might be a bad man, but it's an opportunity for you to gain a rep against that kind of receiver. We'll do that when we come back right here on The Route Tree. We'll be right back.
Every day begins with a promise to work hard and to build a future. That's why we're here, providing the tools, expertise, and John Deere equipment you have relied on for generations to help you get the job done right. We're with you. That's our promise to you, because no matter the project or the challenge you're facing,
we're with you. We're united.
Cowboys fans, we've got big news. Black Rifle Energy is now available at Texas 7-Eleven stores. And for a limited time, you can score 2 cans for just $6 at participating locations. These cans pack a serious punch, 200 milligrams of caffeine, veteran-crafted flavor, and the clean energy you need to power through those long days. So the next time you roll into your neighborhood 7-Eleven here in Texas, grab that 2 for $6 Black Rifle Energy deal and fuel up the American way. Black Rifle Coffee, America's coffee.
How's it going? You see that Cowboys game?
Oh, I watched. Been seeing some good things.
Totally. They have some talent.
Yup, some great talent.
And they got some fight.
Hoping this is the year.
Me too. Oh, I'm Cody, by the way.
I'm Travis.
Nice to meet you, Travis. Go Cowboys.
Go Cowboys!
Make a new friend based solely on their shirt choice. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, the official bank of the Dallas Cowboys. Copyright 2025 Bank of America Corporation.
At AT&T, we guarantee our network so you can talk college football with your BFF while taking Buster to the vet.
Hey, yeah, I can't believe he ate the whole thing of chicken wings.
And I can't believe we're staging a comeback. Touchdown!
Yes! Staying connected matters. That's why in the rare event of a network outage, you'll automatically get a bill credit for a full day's service. For wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers, must be connected to impacted tower at onset of outage. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for full details.
Back to the route tree.
Welcome back to the route tree. Talking to Everson Walls, number 24 for the Dallas Cowboys. Interception deluxe, 57 interceptions, 11 your rookie year.
Yes.
They were throwing at you, weren't they?
Yes, they were.
They were testing you, man. Didn't they?
As a wide receiver, you would know just how to phrase that question. Yes, they were coming at me.
They were coming at you.
And I think I took a little pride in that because, you know, a lot of people can say, well, I never got beat that much. Well, I did.
Yeah.
First half of the season. But at the same time, never gave up.
Yeah.
You're not going to beat me into the ground. I'm getting mine.
I hear
And
you.
that was when I was playing. I wasn't playing well at all first half of the season, yet still enough to start. At the same time, still leading the league in interceptions. I remember watching a video. They send you stuff online these days. And Madden had said, yeah, they were coming at him early in his career, his first half of the season.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think this was game 16 or whatever. I think it was against Philadelphia. He goes, but right now, he's one of the best defensive backs in the NFL.
Wow.
So you look at those second 8 games that I played in the NFL. Totally different.
Shut down.
Totally different. Because now all of a sudden, I get it.
Yeah.
Things slowed down for me. But I still take that pride in having those interceptions early on when I wasn't playing well.
Mm-hmm.
I was still able to make a whole bunch of plays.
Right.
You come at me 15, 17 times a game, you're going to catch some.
Yeah.
I was targeted on average 15 times a game.
Wow.
15 times a game.
Wow.
So, first of all, that lets you know I was in shape.
What defense were you playing mostly?
We playing man to man.
31 safety zone?
31 safety zone.
Yeah.
And you know, I try to explain it to people all the time. When we play 31 safety zone,
come to your area.
If they go flow strong with both backs, it turns into man-to-man,
covers.
No help, nowhere.
Yeah.
There's a comfort zone of 31 safety zone. That's just 3 deep.
Yeah.
It can turn into nothing but you.
Wow.
You and that guy.
Yeah.
And here I am, just a young kid, wasn't even 22 years old yet.
Wow.
And so I had to stave them off early on. And then finally I realized, even after eight games, I'm good at this.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get better.
Yeah.
And I did.
You did.
You're
you
damn
kept
right
rolling because next year you had 9 interceptions.
Yeah. Well, I had 7 picks, but it was in 9 games.
Oh yeah, that's a strike year.
Strike year.
Yeah.
If we play that whole
7
season,
in 9 games.
If we play that whole season,
woo,
I'm coming after Night Train Lane.
Yeah.
I'm coming after Night Train Lane.
Night Train Lane's record.
Coming after me. And that year, I can't say which was my best year, but that's close to my best year.
Dick Night Train Lane, 68 interceptions.
I wanted that single season.
It was a single season. What is it?
I think it's 14.
14.
Yeah,
wow.
I was coming for it.
Wow, that's amazing.
And I think the good thing about it was it's hard for a player like myself who's unorthodox to get the trust from his coaches. It was hard for me to get trust from Eddie Robinson.
Yeah.
It was hard to get that trust from him. He saw me doing things, but if they can't explain it, then they just don't even want to think about it. He's waiting on Albert Lewis to come behind me, who was waiting to get to start. I wouldn't let him on the field.
End up in Kansas City.
Yeah. And he balled.
Yeah,
he had a
balled,
hell of a career.
So you played behind him, or he
played
behind
behind
you?
me.
He played behind you.
He played behind
Yeah.
me. And Rob was waiting on him because that's Rob's recruit. I came up there based on, hey, can you hook a brother up with a scholarship? That's how I got a scholarship there.
Right.
He had a scholarship available. And so that's why I was able to get the scholarship I got at Grambling State. My mom and we went up there begging. to get that opportunity. So Rob really didn't trust my technique. Coach Landry the same way. Coach Landry hardly ever talked to me. Because
you too?
I guess we're of the same ilk.
You don't care about too much about free agents.
No, they don't. And because it's hard to get a coach to trust you when you've got all these players that you've been drafted ahead of you.
Yeah.
Well, you must be something wrong with you.
Right.
That's why you're undrafted.
They're
looking for deficiency.
Yeah.
And so Tom never really understood how I was able to make plays, just like Eddie Robinson never understood how I was able to make plays.
Yeah.
But it all came from here first. Anytime you're undrafted like that and you're able to make plays, even though you're undrafted, that lets people know this guy has something special. And I had to show him that every week. I had to show him every week
in practice.
And against you guys.
Yeah.
And so when you see a coach like Tom Landry, and he doesn't even really mention my name.
I know.
After a game.
I know.
And I might have 2 interceptions.
I know.
And then he'll come up with a backhanded compliment and say, well, they catch some and he catch some. No, Coach.
Yeah.
It wasn't like that.
You probably talk
man.
about more times you were maybe out of position on the defense or something that than the good stuff. You know, I remember one game we were playing, I caught about 5 or 6, but he remembers that one block I missed that cost Tony Dorsett to go all the way.
And you know what? That's fine, too, because that's the standard that it was set.
That's we had to play.
We already had that standard as players. That comes from our grassroots.
And it made us accountable.
It is. That's right.
And that's what let me get me started. It's a little different now. But the best receiver, before we get into what you're doing now and all that, the best receiver or receivers that you played against, the ones that gave you the toughest time.
And once again, no smoke. This thumb. I can't remember. I think it was this. You broke this thumb. Remember that day we were trying to work on 3-man, 8-man?
Right.
And, boy, you were having a day clowning us all practice. For some reason, we could not stay inside and trail. It was just one of those days as rookies. And I remember me and Gene Stallings cussing each other out over you because you broke my thumb, and I'm really mad now. I didn't even want to tape it up. I just covered you like this.
Right.
And I remember after you beat me the last time, he go, Everson? And he didn't say just Everson, S-word. S-word, Everson. I just don't think you're good enough to play this game.
Whoa.
And I remember, ooh, man, it came out. It came out. But that's what Stallings wanted.
Yeah.
Man, we went at it just verbally, and then next thing you know, go get him then. And then that's when we had to finish the drill.
He wanted to see how you reacted to that. He tested
he enjoyed that.
And you answered it right. You passed that test.
And we laugh about that to this day.
Is that right? Yeah.
Evie, you remember? Yes, I do, Coach. I remember. But now, wideouts have to be Roy Green. That was the guy.
Roy Jetstream Green.
It took me 4 years.
Yeah.
To just be able to control this guy. Right. I never did shut him down. Just control him.
Yeah.
He was so powerful. He was Steve Smith Sr. before Steve Smith Sr. That guy that was just strong, compact, fast, bow-legged dude. You know, from a small school. He happened to be from a small school, and he was just raw.
And they were throwing, they were slinging it.
Well, Hart.
Because he was with Jim Hart.
And Lomax. Later on,
Neil
Lomax could reach him because Lomax could throw it further.
Yeah.
That was a problem for us. Now we got to run faster. Right. But now Roy was the man. And one guy, once again, giving you props, Webster Slaughter.
Ooh, nice.
He ran routes just like
San Diego State.
He ran routes just like you. He walked just like you.
Is that right?
And, man, this guy gave me hell when I went to Cleveland.
Okay.
He gave me hell when I was in New York, and we played against Cleveland every once in a while. And I think he was with Cincinnati at one point as well. He's a guy just like yourself, just hard. He was mad at you if you cover him. He's mad at you. You mad at me because I'm doing my job? Yes, I'm mad at you and I'm coming after you. That's how he was.
Wow.
And so he's that guy, that unheard of guy. People are not going to give him the love he deserves. But Webster Slaughter was shifty. He was tough.
Yeah.
And he's all wiry guys to where, like yourself, you try to hurt him and, you know, you bend him this way, bend him that way. And they're like, I'm good with that.
And he had a nice career. I don't know how many catches we had. We looked that
he's
up.
He's never been in the standings or conversation about the greatest
best and all
but
that.
I had to go against that.
He had some stats, too.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
Well, we got to come back because we got to talk about your experiences with Coach Landry and stuff like that. I know y'all butted heads a little bit, you know. But we'll talk about that and then we'll get into a little bit about what you're doing now before we wrap up the show, okay? Appreciate you taking the time to be with us, brother. Free agent route tree today. This all it's all about free agency. What was your signing bonus?
$1,500.
Oh, you got.
I got you. I
got me. Mine was $150. I got mine in cash. And ever since I was married at the time and went back to the college apartment and told the ex-wife now, we got $75. Yeah. Then went to the dorm, drank some Boone's Farm. We'll be right back after this.
AT&T has a new guarantee because most things in life are not guaranteed, like getting through self-checkout by yourself.
Warning, each item must be placed in the bagging area.
Not guaranteed.
Place item in the bagging area. Place item in the bagging area.
You know what AT&T guarantees? Connectivity you depend on, deals you want, and service you deserve. Or we make it right. Terms and conditions apply. Visit att.com/guarantee for details. AT&T. Connecting changes everything.
If you're looking for fresh American roasted coffee that gives back, you need to head to your local grocery store and pick up a bag of Black Rifle coffee. That's right, America's coffee is now available in the coffee aisle of a grocery store near you. Black Rifle Coffee Company is veteran-founded with a mission to give back to those brave men and women who have served our nation. Every bag, box, or can you purchase helps support that mission. Head to your local grocery store and roast yourself some Black Rifle coffee today.
Welcome back into Dear Doctor, the show where I answer life's questions with an ice-cold can of Dr. Pepper. Sheila, let's hear from our next caller, would you?
Dear Doctor, my friend supported me during a tough time, but what's the right gift that says, thanks for being a shoulder to cry on?
Okay, this one's easy. I say give her a delicious Dr. Pepper. Nothing says, thanks, girl, better than a one-of-a-kind soda. Yes, any Dr. Pepper flavor will do. Now, just a reminder that I don't need to be a real doctor to know that Dr. Pepper is the one you deserve.
It's the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black. And right now, Cowboys fans can get 15% off their $75 order. Plus, because every deal needs a playmaker, your order will include a free 5-piece skincare set and free shipping. The Jack Black Playmaker is 4 of Jack's favorites and a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Make a play for the playmaker at getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code Cowboys VIP.
Back to the route tree.
All right, we're in our final segment of the route tree. Everson Walls is with us, a free agent with the Dallas Cowboys, and we appreciate you taking the time to be here. You make me want to run a route on you sitting over there.
Hey, this is about how close we were back in the day.
You look like you're too good in shape right now. I think I'll let you slide, or let me slide.
Thank you.
But anyway, you talk about your experience with Eddie Robinson. How cool was that, you know? So you also play with another legendary coach, Tom Landry. You know? What was your experiences like with Coach Landry? Y'all get along? And
we did not get along. But when you look at Tom Landry and Eddie Robinson, there really is no difference.
Yeah.
Those guys, they're stuck in their ways. They have a certain way of looking at football, and if you don't fit in that, then you're going to have an issue. And I was able to thrive under his system as well as Tom Landry's system, in spite of the fact that of my unorthodox play and the lack of trust that they had in me. And when I say lack of trust, they were always proud of how I played, but they just couldn't. They didn't have the confidence that they would continue the way it did. They weren't sure that how much longevity I would have.
Yeah.
And so Landry was a guy that really just left me alone when it came down to playing ball.
Nice.
And I think that's why I was backtracking on the trust thing, because for him to never just bug me and let me sit out there by myself and never really speak of me in that manner, that means that hey, out of sight, out of mind. That means
so
I'm playing my butt off.
Left you alone to do your thing based on the talent he was seeing.
Yes, sir.
Kind of like Dorsett with the offense when he came in. He had this system of running, but we're going to run it this way.
Dorsett now.
Because that's what
created
Coach Leonard, he could see that. He could see that.
He knew when to bark and when not to bark.
Amen.
And that's one thing he did. He left me alone in that regard. But that also led to the fact that we hardly had no relationship at all.
Yeah.
I mean, our first segment, let's say the first minute of our segment, that exceeded the conversations that Tom Landry and I had together.
Yeah.
And that's kind of
and this kind of conversation,
yes,
right?
And that's kind of sad in that regard because someone with that kind of greatness, I thought that we had the same mindset. But Tom was different in every way, whether it's socially, whether it's coaching. You don't find many coaches that coach every aspect of the game. And I don't mean just lent a word. He knew specialty. He was a punter. At UT. I think in the pros as well. He played defensive back. He played cornerback and safety.
Yeah, he's on this list for interception. He had 24, I think.
Oh, that's ironic.
Yeah, he's on this list.
My number's 24.
Is that right?
A little bit ironic.
Fine, Tom.
I think he had more than that. I really do. I think he had around 30-plus picks. I could be mistaken. But that's the kind of player Tom was. He knew every aspect of the game.
Right.
And so you couldn't really tell him anything new. I've seen it all. Yeah. I've seen it all. So if something unusual comes about like myself, then that's going to be a problem. So as much as I enjoyed playing for him, I wish I could have had a better relationship with him.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I really didn't have a relationship until got out of the game. I had that car accident. He was there helping me through that and stuff like that.
Man, we were together that night, remember?
Yeah.
We were all together that night. Yes, sir.
And that solidified a relationship between us because, he was there. My family burying and dealing with my brother and stuff like that. And,
man.
But the guy that comforted me through that whole process was Coach Lamb. And that's what really brought us close together.
This didn't bring us closer together, but it let me know what his mindset is. My daughter was like 10 weeks premature, if you remember Charis. And so now she's
beautiful
healthy now. Yeah, she's
a beautiful girl.
Miss Workout Girl. She's all of that.
Oh, nice.
And so I remember when that was in training camp, and I had to leave my wife at the hospital and come to the preseason game because she was born August 16th. So we're in preseason.
Yeah.
And you might not remember, but he prayed for my daughter that day.
Wow.
Before the game.
He
prayed for my daughter.
In front of the team.
It was preseason game.
Yeah.
In front of the whole team. Yeah. You just probably don't remember. You might have been.
I've been throwing up in the
bathroom.
You know what I'm saying?
You might
every game.
Every game. That might have been your throw-up time.
Yeah.
But that to me let me know, regardless of what he is, he's consistent.
Right.
And so whatever you like it or not, he's consistent in how he treats his players.
Absolutely.
And, you can't say anything more about that.
Yeah. Well, that's a good way to describe him because whatever he's going to bring, it's going to be that way.
That's right.
Consistent for every player.
No doubt.
But anyway, he was a great coach, and I'm still trying to find out how many interceptions. Of course, he'll tell you, hey, he had 1 million of them. But he used to show us how to run this route. You know, you had that little gimp, and he used to run, and I would when he wasn't looking. I'd run it like Roger would say, hey, Drew, quit messing with
Let me say this. I'll bet he knew. I'll bet he knew.
Behind his back, you know what? Because probably Jim Myers told on me.
Or Jim snitched on everybody.
He snitched on everybody.
Jim snitched on everybody.
Jim Myers, our offensive line coach, he was a former drill sergeant, Marine drill sergeant, and he acted like it. But anyway, Everson, so we covered a lot of that football stuff. We can go on and on because your career has been tremendous. But life after football, you talk about your daughter, Charis.
Charis. And Sherelle. And Sherelle, yes.
Yeah, so how's that going? How's
the
family
it's going well, man. Everybody's
that?
Fine. After COVID, they had gone through some issues, so now everyone's still at home. So all four of us still at home. I see them every day. I don't know if that's good or bad. Get on my nerves sometimes. You want your quality time at 65 years old,
You 65,
I'm 65, man. Come on. Still going.
You still trying to catch up.
I think I've got a lot going on. I have to because a lot goes on. You have to keep that energy level up.
Yeah.
And so at this point, this is November. I'm the ambassador for the American Diabetes Association.
Nice.
This is their month. And my daughter's showing me how to do Instagram and all that kind of stuff. So, take a look at Everson Walls on Instagram. I have my cleats for my cause.
Nice.
I have that, and the American Diabetes Association set me up with that. Did a whole opening for that, and whatever you call it as far as Instagram is concerned.
Right on.
Also, Ethos Education Group. We are the counseling arm for students in the Frisco School District.
Right.
It's one of the biggest school districts in the country, and we've gotten. They like us so much, they re-up us every year because of the work that we do with their kids. We make sure that the student athletes that are coming out right now in Frisco School District understand the NIL dangers and pitfalls in that regard. Right. Make sure that when they come out of college that they're not already in debt because they get the money, and then the parents or the loved ones or whatever been on top of them to give them all that money, and they don't really manage their money well. And who would at 20, 21 years old? So that's part of our creed. Also, we help with mental health because during COVID, there was a lot of teen suicide. And we had panels every week in that regard. Of course, it was virtual during COVID, and we helped a lot of people. We brought a lot of individuals on who had issues with mental health during the COVID. So we're doing the work. I'm putting in the work, and that's something I'm very proud of. Otherwise, man, I'm here. Podcast on Mix Shots, here in this room.
Oh, right on.
Me, Mickey, Bill, and now we got Heckma.
Nicky Spagnola?
Nicky Spagnola.
He's
Bill
still
Jones.
around?
He's still around. You might not see him. He's a little short.
Know, right.
You might look over
miss him, right. Nice.
But no, that's what I'm doing now, and man, my life is full. My life is full.
Right. Well, you look great, man.
And I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed.
We are both blessed, man.
And I don't ever, I guess because it's part of me, but I never mention a lot of religious stuff, man. But God has blessed both of us so much. Yeah. I tell people all the time, I talk to my wife about it. I said, could you imagine the crazy people that we've met through our lives?
God,
just from being around Cowboys and the NFL. And all the stories that we could tell and the friendships that we've gone throughout throughout our lives. Not many people.
If we all sat around, we could do a book, a movie out of that, and all that.
Yeah.
Are you physically okay?
I'm physically fine.
I don't ever remember you having any surgeries or anything.
No surgeries. I had a couple of cracked ribs that allowed me to miss my only 2 games in my career when I was in New York.
Okay.
When I donated my kidney to Ron Springs and they do the scan, they could still see where my spleen was bruised from that hit that cracked my 2 ribs.
Wow.
And so I'm like, man, that's 20 years later. They said, we can still see it.
Yeah.
And so, our scars are part of us.
Part of us.
That's right.
All the years I played football, from Pop Warner through 11 years in the NFL, 1 scope surgery.
Wow.
On the one knee to clean out.
Blessed, man.
That's blessed and luck, right?
That's right, and luck.
That's all it is.
No doubt.
Everson, we got so much we can get to.
I know.
We got to bring you back, okay? We haven't talked about your experiences with the Giants in Cleveland that kind of stuff.
And Ron Springs.
And Ron Springs situation.
Our boy, brother.
Shout out to stepping up like that. You should be a Hall of Famer just for that. I
appreciate that,
for doing that. But we need to get into that. So come on back to
anytime you're ready.
Okay?
Man. Yes, sir.
All right. We appreciate it. There's Everson Walls, and we'll be right back to wrap up the show, the Route Tree, right after this. Hood, hood.
Every day begins with a promise to work hard and to build a future. That's why we're here, providing the tools, expertise, and John Deere equipment you have relied on for generations to help you get the job done right. We're with you. That's our promise to you. Because no matter the project or the challenge you're facing,
we're with you. We're united.
Cowboys fans, we've got big news. Black Rifle Energy is now available at Texas 7-Eleven stores. And for a limited time, you can score 2 cans for just $6 at participating locations. These cans pack a serious punch, 200 milligrams of caffeine, veteran-crafted flavor, and the clean energy you need to power through those long days. So the next time you roll into your neighborhood 7-Eleven here in Texas, grab that 2 for $6 Black Rifle Energy deal and fuel up the American way. Black Rifle Coffee, America's coffee.
How's it going? You see that Cowboys game?
Oh, I watched. Been seeing some good things.
Totally. They have some talent.
Yup, some great talent.
And they got some fight.
Hoping this is the year.
Me too. Oh, I'm Cody, by the way.
I'm Travis.
Nice to meet you, Travis. Go Cowboys.
Go Cowboys!
Make a new friend based solely on their shirt choice. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, the official bank of the Dallas Cowboys. Copyright 2025 Bank of America Corporation.
At AT&T, we guarantee our network so you can talk college football with your BFF while taking Buster to the vet.
Hey, yeah, I can't believe he ate the whole thing of chicken wings.
And I can't believe we're staging a comeback. Touchdown!
Yes!
Staying connected matters. That's why in the rare event of a network outage, you'll automatically get a bill credit for a full day's service. For wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers, must be connected to impacted tower at onset of outage. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for full details.
Back to the route tree.
Everson, thank you for being with us, and what a great show. I don't know how we're going to top this. Maybe we have to bring you back to top it.
I'm ready for
We got so
part two.
much to cover. So hope you can come back, and thanks for taking the time to be with us. And thank you for listening right here on The Route Tree. We'll be back next week with some more insight from the Dallas Cowboys headquarters, the Star, bringing it right to you on The Route Tree. See you next week on The Route Tree. Hood, hood!
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!